Chief Election Commissioner Qazi Habibul Awal said that the Election Commission is determined to hold the next general elections in the stipulated time and procedures as its constitutional obligation. The CEC said this while talking to reporters after an EC delegation headed by him met President Mohammad at Bangla. He said they informed the president about their overall preparation taken for holding the upcoming national election. The president expressed satisfaction about their preparations and assured them of extending his cooperation if necessary. The CEC said that the commission will announce the election schedule soon.
সম্ভাব্য সময়সূচি ওনাকে আমরা জানিয়েছি যে নির্বাচন অত্যাসন্ন এবং শেষ যে সময়টা উনিও জানেন। আমরা এখনো পুরোপুরি সিদ্ধান্ত নিইনি। আমরা আজকে ওনার সাথে সাক্ষাৎ করে গেলাম, মত বিনিময় করে গেছি। আমরা নিজেদের মধ্যে আলাপ আলোচনা করে তফসিল দ্রুত আমরা তফসিল ঘোষণা করব, কারণ সময় হয়ে গেছে। আর নির্বাচনের ব্যাপারে আপনারা জানেন আমরা বলেছি প্রথম সপ্তাহে বা দ্বিতীয় সপ্তাহে, যেটা আমরা এখনো ওই অবস্থায় আছি। তবে আমরা এটাকে বসে চূড়ান্ত যখনই করব আপনাদেরকে অবহিত করব, কমিশন সবাই সেটা নির্ধারিত হবে।
BNP has called fresh 48-hour countrywide road, rail, waterway blockade from Sunday 6 a.m. to Tuesday 6 a.m. to mount the pressure on the government to quit and hold the next general elections under a non-partisan administration. Meanwhile, a passenger bus was set on fire in the afternoon in Shahjatpur area of the capital amid the countrywide ongoing 48-hour blockade enforced by the BNP and like-minded opposition parties. The current phase blockade will end at 6 a.m. tomorrow. The presence of public transport on Dhaka Road seemed slim amid heightened tension and fear of violence. Guardians were seen rushing their children to their respective schools safely as final exams were starting in many educational institutions. Rickshaws are dominating Dhaka streets. The second day of the countrywide 48-hour blockade called by the BNP, Jamaat and like-minded opposition parties is also underway across the country. The latest spell of agitation was announced on the last day of the opposition's previous 48-hour nationwide blockade, which was marked by incidents of violence. The opposition's countrywide blockade saw clashes and widespread burning and vandalizing vehicles in Bogra, Mymensingh, Lalmonirhat, Chattogram, Feni, Sylhet, Hobbyganj and other places in the country. BNP leaders and activists have brought out rallies in support of the blockade. Law enforcers continue to arrest opposition leaders and activists. Unidentified miscreants torched at least 13 vehicles across Bangladesh between 6 a.m. yesterday and 9 a.m. today. The political stalemate shows no signs of ending, as neither ruling Awami League nor the opposition BNP is softening its position before the next national elections expected to be held in the first week of January.
অটোমেটিক বিকাশ করতে সেট করুন অটোপে। বিকাশ থাকলে আর কি লাগে?
Awami League, in collaboration with its associate bodies, held peace rallies in Dhaka and elsewhere in the country in protest against anarchic situation created by the BNP-led opposition parties. Leaders and activists of the ruling party were seen taking positions at key points in Dhaka. They stayed on the streets and held rallies and chant anti-blockade slogans. They were also seen bring out processions in capital Dhaka when they carried banners and festoons urging people to resist what they said arson attackers. In Bangabandhu Avenue, Awami League City Unit in association with its associate bodies held a rally and brought out processions. Grameen Telecom boss and Nobel laureate Dr. Mohammad has appeared before a court to defend himself in a case tied to the violations of labor laws. He arrived at the Shromo Bhavan in Dhaka around noon on and had to use the staircase to reach the court on the 6th floor of the building, as the elevator has been out of service for several months. A court began the hearing around 1 p.m. Lawyer Abdullah Al-Mamun represented Yunus during the hearing. He said that the Nobel laureate is on permanent bail in this case. His physical presence in the court has also been waived, but he is going to defend himself in the court according to the law.
এটার উদ্দেশ্য লাভবান হওয়ার বিষয় না, সেখানে অন্যের থেকে কিছু ভাগ দিয়ে কাকে দেবো, কোথায় যাবে সেটা, এই জিনিসটা পরীক্ষা করে করে দেখেন। এই পটভূমিতে এই সমস্ত বিচারের বিষয় আসছে, এটা কেন আসছে সেটা আপনারাই বিচার করবেন, আপনারা শুনতেছেন। এগুলো জীবনের উদ্দেশ্য ছিল যে আমি মালিক মুক্ত থাকবো, কিছুর মালিক হবো না। আমি সেটাই ফলো করে যাচ্ছি। তো যেখানে আমি মালিক মুক্ত হতে চাই সেখানে আমার একজনের থেকে কেড়ে আনতে হবে কাকে, কোনো কারণ নেই।
Clashes across between RMG workers and police in Ashulia today when workers brought out protest while rejecting the recently announced wage policy. A number of workers started protesting on the streets of Narsingpur and Nishchintapur areas of Baipal Abdullapur Road in Ashulia. Several workers were injured when protesting workers threw brickbats during the unrest. Workers of several RMG factories boycotted work while rejecting the recently announced minimum wage, which led to many factories announcing a general holiday in the face of workers' agitation. In many factories, workers walk out without working. They said the workers are not accepting the decision of Taka 12,500 as minimum wage decided by the wage board. The United States Department of Labor's Deputy Undersecretary for International Affairs, Thea Lee, condemned the violent crackdown against trade unionists in Bangladesh. The United States Department of Labor is deeply concerned over the escalation of violence and crackdown on workers and trade unionists in connections with Bangladesh's minimum wage review. The department condemns the alleged police shootings of Russell Hauladar and Anjuara Khatun. The U.S. called on Bangladesh to respect the workers' freedom of assembly, end the violent crackdown on workers, and conduct a full investigation of alleged police involvement in Hauladar and Khatun's killings.
অটোমেটিক বিকাশ করতে সেট করুন অটোপে। বিকাশ থাকলে আর কি লাগে।